Welcome to Monday, June 12th, 2023, your Day with the Podcast being brought to you by Cowboy State Daily. Well, in the immortal lyrics of Annie Lennox, here comes the rain again, just more rain and cooler than normal conditions for many of you, not all of you, but many of you, as we have the persistent pattern just not changing much. Things are changing, but the full change in the weather pattern for this Omega block to break down and finally give us something different, it's going to be a process. 4 or 5 more days of upslope conditions along the divide and east of the divide means cool temperatures, shower and thunderstorm activity as upslope winds are going to continue. So more rain, more thunder, especially in the areas that have been getting it. It's one of those things where it's just kind of feeding on itself. So the areas that are wet now will continue to have the best chances of being wet. If you're not as wet, well, you won't be as wet in this pattern as the concentration of moisture still is right on the divide. This will lead to cooler than average temperatures for another week. For those of you looking for anything really warm, it's actually the far northern Rockies, northern plains and southern Canada that are going to actually have summer-like temperatures. Elsewhere in the central and southern Rockies, it's going to feel like a continuation of May. Now, by the weekend, it may start to trend warmer, but for that real summer heat, it's just not there yet. We have another week here where temperatures are really going to struggle in the western United States. Of course, this is leading to some great sky watching. We had a lot of big thunderstorm activity, big thunderheads, lots of great shots of clouds. Thanks, Judy, for sending that one in. And then yesterday, and this happened not only yesterday, but we did have a lot of these thunderstorms that produced a lot of hail. Now, down around Elizabeth, Colorado, Elbert County, Colorado yesterday, there was a very large thunderstorm that dropped a tremendous amount. It wasn't big hailstones, but a lot of small hailstones. We saw that yesterday. We saw that Saturday along I-25 in Wyoming and Interstate 90 up in northern Wyoming as well. There were some tremendous, very heavy downpours of rain with that small hail. And with all the moisture in the air, you're just going to get these beautiful shots like this. Then a great shot of mammatus clouds up in Custer, South Dakota late last week. So if you're a weather watcher, boy, this has been a lot of fun. Now, here we are with the satellite imagery. Yes, this is the most recent one, taken early this morning, but it looks identical. If you're thinking that I'm just showing you the same picture every day, kind of am, because things just aren't changing much. There's the upper level low over south central areas of Nevada near Las Vegas. The low a week ago from today was there. It has only moved this much, but it is going to move very slowly in this direction, maybe pick up a little steam over the next 2 or 3 days. But this mass of high humidity air is going to remain over the western United States. Now notice there's a delineation here between the moist air and some more dry air here. So when I show you the precipitation charts, you're going to see a cutoff of the better chances of rain really be concentrated back here in this deeper moisture. Here's the upper level low. As of this morning, we still have basically the Omega pattern here, although the high is getting squeezed as this low is beginning to move. But this guy right here is going to be really stubborn to kick out, so it's going to be a slow process. That's why it's going to be another 5 to 7 days before this pattern completely breaks down. Now, this is by Friday, so today and Friday. The Omega block breaks down, the low begins to move out, and a more westerly flow begins to commence. This is why by the weekend, it is going to start to warm up a bit, but it's going to be a slow process. Why? Deep moisture continues. This is the precipitable water for today. You can see that concentration, that northwest to southeast Essex moisture continues, that deeper moisture back here. Drier air, see this sharp cutoff? So the rain chances here are much less, but you go just along and west of that boundary, it's going to be wet. This is by Saturday into Sunday. So we're starting to see that more westerly flow, but high humidity air remains in place. So the showers and the thunderstorms are going to continue, but this will start to make it a little bit warmer. Now, further down the road, as the pattern gets more west to east, the block begins to break down and move away, we will see some changes. This is the precipitation forecast through Friday evening. So you can see still the rain will continue to fall along and west of the divide and into the adjacent plains, both sides of the divide. as active showers and thunderstorms will continue to be a daily occurrence. By the middle of next week, right around the first official day of summer, notice the drier air now in the west. So there is going to be a trend where it will be warmer. There is a trend where it will be drier, but it's not going to happen until after the third week of June is completed. And this is what the temperature anomaly looks like over the next 5 days. Basically from today into the work week period, the temperatures average together over a 5-day period. You can see the coolness in the blue across the central and southern Rockies. It is going to feel like early summer up here, down here, but a lot of the western states, there's nothing anywhere close to being hot June weather anywhere. Now, this is what it's looked like since June 1. This is the temperature anomaly since June 1. So basically, north of Interstate 80, it's been average or slightly above average June temperature-wise. But for southern Wyoming, all of Colorado, the desert Southwest, central and southern California, into the southern plains, it has been a very cool June. And if you go back to January 1, what's it been like since the first of the year? Well, still, since January 1, the temperature anomaly in the western United States continues to show that it's been cooler than the 30-year average, with the white showing temperatures very close to average through that period. So 2023, the first half of it, has been cooler than average, and we continue that in many areas through this next week ahead. Have yourself a good Monday. We'll see you tomorrow.